Facile coming in. Getting set quickly here. Facile moves up. Waiting for High Waters and also Knight's Tale. Niraboki to come in. High Waters, Temperate Pug. Another Luster comes in. Outside division, Temperate Pug. 2 from the outside. High Waters will be second. Or actually extreme outside High Waters, and second from the outside Niraboki. Niraboki coming in. Number 12, Niraboki coming up. Ready. High Waters last to go in. The Children's Palace handicap. 8 races at Flemington tomorrow. All set. Race 5, Caulfield. Ready for a start. They're racing. High Waters jumped away nicely towards the outside with Knight's Tale, and Mr. Elegant got out pretty well, and so did Diamond Tipped in the grey Facile. Daring Ombre going fast along the rail is next, and a bit further back in the field then. Going up very quickly behind them, Phantom Eagle settling into stride. And here's a good go for the lead where Daring Ombre has raced to the lead, and Daring Ombre is the leader. Rocky Sprint is in close touch, and they were being followed by Diamond Tip just in behind them, Helsingborg and Facile. And a bit further back in the field over on the outside to Niraboki, and Pitcairn Edition is coming up towards the leaders as they race past the 600 metre mark. Daring Ombre tackled by Pitcairn Edition. Diamond Tipped in the centre, 2 lengths to Helsingborg, followed closely by Facile, a length and a half Mr. Elegant, Niraboki, further back Temperate Pug and Rocky Sprint and Phantom Eagle well back in the field, and behind them Widwood Bone, another Luster as they straighten up. Vamos last of all in the stretch with 250 to go. Pitcairn Edition has raced to the front. Helsingborg is finishing on. Facile down the outside, followed by Mr. Elegant. Pitcairn Edition tackled very quickly on the outside by Facile, and Mr. Elegant coming with a great run, and so is Temperate Pug. Facile in front of Mr. Elegant, close to home. Facile hanging on, is going to win it. Facile wins from Mr. Elegant. Knight's Tales run third. Fourth home is Temperate Pug, followed by Our Fun Son, and back behind them is Phantom Eagle. Further back another Luster, followed by Pitcairn Edition from Daring Ombre. Then Rocky Sprint, and behind them Helsingborg, and further back to Niraboki, followed by Windward Bay, Vamos well back with High Waters, and last to finish is Diamond Tipped. Facile.
Damien Martin. Formation of the Caulfield races. Facile first. Numbers 6, 3 and 18. Mr. Elegant was second and Knight's Tale third. 7:30 and 2:40 the winner. 2:40 for the second horse, Mr. Elegant. And if you're on Knight's Tale, for a place, $33.40. They're Victorian dividends.
Starter onto his stand. This is race 6 in Sydney. The Christmas Stakes, and they're off and running, and Sprint By a little tardy to begin, went straight back to last. Miss Kariba bounced out in front of Profits. Committal settles down in third place, followed by Christmas Magic, and then the Fledgling, and ahead away Sprint By on the outside. Now Shane Arnold on Profits is going to let Miss Kariba come across and lead. Now the rider of Miss Kariba takes hold. He doesn't want to be in front, and Profits now got fired up a bit, and he pulled his way to the lead in the run to the first turn. Profits goes out a half length on Miss Kariba, who's racing very hard in second place. 4 lengths away Christmas Magic on the outside of Committal. 2.5 to Sprint By, and 2 away last is the Fledgling. Profits got to the lead at the 800 mark. He's still under a big hold, led by a length on Miss Kariba. 2.5 to Christmas Magic on the outside of Committal. Sprint By is a length further back, and the Fledgling last of the 6 as they come to the 600 mark. Profits held together by more than a length on Miss Kariba. Christmas Magic third. On the fence, Committal being pushed along, and then Sprint By also niggled a bit by Boss as they turn for home, and the Fledgling getting up on his inside, straightening up, and Profits slipped away. Profits put about 2.5 on Committal. Miss Kariba starting to struggle. Christmas Magic running on gamely, and Sprint By on the extreme outside, flat to the boards at the 200. Profits in front. Christmas Magic looks the danger. Christmas Magic coming at Profits, followed by Sprint By, who laid in. He almost clipped the heels of Christmas Magic, who ducked out sharply, but Christmas Magic is holding Sprint By. Christmas Magic beats Sprint By. Might hear more about it, however. Committal is third, followed by Profits and the Fledgling, and tailed off last is Miss Kariba, who pulled too hard early. Or Christmas Magic ducked out very, very sharply and hampered Sprint By. The margin is clear cut. There's about a length in it. Whether or not Sprint By's jockey thinks there is cause for objection remains to be seen. But Christmas Magic, the winner, ridden by Larry Cassidy, 640 and 280. Sprint By second, Glenn Boss to pay 110. Insufficient starters for a third tote as we go back to the cricket.
Paul Strang has come into the attack. That was the first ball of his first over. Christmas Magic, the unofficial winner.
Which I think he's trying to do. You've not got to hit it harder, you've got to hit it better. He just wants to try and caress it into the gaps. Look for twos and it'll probably go for 3 or even 4.
Forgotten Ruler on the inside. And they're off. And Forgotten Ruler jumped, but propped a bit and is dropping back in the fill sharply. And first out was Darcher with Our Bandolero, and Ride the Tide got away well with Colburnett, Strictly Ballroom, and caught 4 deep going up the hill is Maron Shan. Body Wavers dropping in behind them, and tailing out to last there is Forgotten Ruler. Next to last is Stormy Jim. They're climbing the hill, and Darcher, Our Bandolero together by length to Maron Shan at the 1200. Just behind them is Colburnett, followed by Ride the Tide, Strictly Ballroom, a length and a half, Dotty Waver. 2 lengths further back then, next to last there in the race, dropping out of it is Stormy Jim, and last of all down the side, Forgotten Ruler. 1,000 metres left to go. Here's a good tussle for the leader. It's Our Bandolero on the outside, and Darcher together by length in advance here of Maron Shan on the outside of Colburnett, who's getting a nice run on the rails, laying 4th. A length end of Ride the Tide, close in behind them Strictly Ballroom, followed by Body Wave, Forgotten Ruler and Stormy Jim. Up to the 700 metre mark they travel. Our Bandolero and Darcher still together. A length Maron Shan. They're followed by Colburnett, eased off the fence, going up on the inside. Ride the Tide. 2 lengths away then Strictly Ballroom, being followed by Stormy Jim, gaining ground. Body Waver second last, and last of all Forgotten Ruler. A compact field as they make the home turn. 400 metres left to go. Our Bandolero being pressured by Colburnett, looks to be going well. Maron Shan made the turn a bit awkwardly down the outside, Stormy Jim, but Colburnett has taken the lead with 250 metres left to go. Stormy Jim is down the outside, and Strictly Ballroom coming through in the centre might beat them all. Strictly Ballroom quickly dashed to the front, and it's all over. Strictly Ballroom is drawing away for a good win. Colburnett battling on, but Strictly Ballroom too good and beats Colburnett. Forgotten Ruler came from last to get third, followed by Body Wave, Our Bandolero, Stormy Jim in behind them, and they were followed by Darcher, and Maron Shan, who looks to have had enough for the time being, has run last.
Strictly Ballroom looked as if they took away race 7 at Caulfield without any trouble at all. It was the
dividends race 7 Caulfield. Six, 1 and 2, the numbers for race 7 at Caulfield.
In Sydney at Rose Hill Christmas Cup, it is 2,400 metres. John Tapp, your caller.
Back to the tail of the field. Dan Gambin also out the back. Past the ammo, has fired out of the extreme outside barrier and is going to cross and lead easily. Over Western Approaches, Cautious Cluden, Lutesong, Striking Gold, and Habitual Night is wide at the judge the first time. Kay Cornet in a handy spot. He wants to over race a little bit though. At the head of the others, Pop's Dream on the inside of Zinders. Sir Slant 3 deep as they leave the straight, followed by Mantique. Knowledge Box is well back, and then Palais de Louvre and Sun Gent, followed by Dan Gambin, and dropping out last is Measured. Over the crossing at the 1800 mark, and Lutesong is allowed to amble to the lead now over past the ammo. Habitual Night in third place on the outside. Striking Goal 3 deep and can't get in. Cautious Cluden between horses on the fence. Western Approaches. Then Kay Cornet in a handy spot on the outside of Pop's Dream. Further back Zinders, followed by Sir Slant 3 deep, Sun Gent. Mantique on the fence pulling a bit, followed by Palais de Louvre, Dan Gambin and Knowledge Box, and back at the tail is Measured. Into the back straight, 1300 out, and Lutesong puts on the pace, led by 2.5 to pass the ammo, and ahead away is Pop's Dream on the outside, followed closely then by Habitual Night running second on the outside of past the ammo. Striking Gold in 4th spot. Western Approaches on the inside of Cautious Cluden, followed by Kay Cornet. Pop's Dream is back midfield, a gap then to Zinders, followed by Mantique. Palais de Louvre starting a forward move, then Sun Gent, followed by Sir Slant. Under pressure, they're going at a furious pace, followed by Dan Gambin and Measured, and Knowledge Box last, and is 20 lengths or more from the leader. Past the 800 mark, Lutesong about 3 on Striking Gold, who's taking the field up to the leader. Habitual Night flat out in third place. Cautious Cluden working into it. Pop's Dream is going forward now as they come to the turn. Right off the track, Palais de Louvre, and then Western Approaches, followed by Kay Cornet. Most of these horses under heavy pressure behind the leader. Lutesong is clear as they straighten up over Striking Gold, and then Cautious Cluden, followed by Western Approaches. Further back, Pop's Dream, and then Kay Cornet Kone in the straight, 300 metres out. Lutesong tackled by Striking Gold. Striking Gold hit the lead at the 200 mark. Running on, Cautious Cluden with Pop's Dream on the extreme outside. Striking Gold in front, 100 out. His Pop's Dream. Pop's Dream has gathered up Striking Gold. Pop's Dream takes the lead close to home and is drawing away in the last bit and wins it well. Pop's Dream won the Christmas Cup over Striking Gold. Western Approaches third, followed by Lutesong, Kone, then Palais de Louvre, Cautious Cluden, Sungent, Measured, Dan Gambin, Sir Slant, followed by Zinder's Knowledge Box, and then Mantique, and the last couple past the Ammo and Habitual Night. As we go back to the cricket after the Christmas Cup, and Graham.
Pop's Dream looking good right at the end.
Warren was with us today. He was looking forward to that. Just confirming for you, back in your living rooms, the Rosehill dividends. Pop's Dream in the big race, $6.70 and $2.70. Striking Gold, $1.90, and Western Approaches ran third, $3.20. The numbers 3, 2 and 6.